Good afternoon. Let me start by thanking State Attorney Kim Foxx and her exceptional staff for their dedication and professionalism that they have exhibited while working with me and my clients over the last few weeks. The City of Chicago and Cook County are very fortunate to have Kim Foxx and her professional staff at the helm of this criminal prosecution, and I am highly confident, extremely confident, that at the end of this journey, R. Kelly will be convicted on multiple counts.
Breaking. Remember this guy? Disgraced former attorney Michael Avenatti could possibly be released from prison before R. Kelly? Now let's get to it.
I'm going to make a brief statement, but I will not be accepting any questions. First of all, I want to thank the federal agents for their professionalism and courtesy today. They were outstanding throughout the process, and I wish to thank them for everything they did today in connection with this matter. As all of you know, for the entirety of my career, I have fought against the powerful people and powerful corporations. I will never stop fighting that good fight. I am highly confident that when all of the evidence is laid bare in connection with these cases, when it is all known, when due process occurs, that I will be fully exonerated and justice will be done. Thank you.
Hey everyone, welcome to the mix. Like this video, share this video. Thank you guys for tuning in to my channel. Today is Tuesday, Throwback Tuesday, I should say, especially for this video. As you can see, what this video is going to be about, yes, disgraced attorney court win, looks like, on appeal. Michael Avenatti. Do you all remember him? Do you all remember disgraced attorney Michael Avenatti? In my opinion, you guys, he and Kim Foxx are the ones, in my opinion, for jump-starting the R. Kelly investigation in case this has started with Chicago. Kim Foxx, about 5-6 years ago. So, heard that Throwback Tuesday clip in the beginning. Subsequently to all of this, what took place with Mr. Robert Kelly, even I think during the court process, I think 2 or 3 years in, former attorney Michael Avenatti was convicted by coastal convictions of money laundering, or Nike for trying to allegedly bribe Nike, etc. So he's been going through an appeal process, and so I'm going to share some excerpts of this article with you guys, but it's just some things to make you go So it looks like the court system in California is working. I believe the case is in California because, again, he had 2 cases by coastal, one in New York, one in California. So I think this appeal speaks to that. But let me go ahead and head on over to the article and share this with you guys. Go over some excerpts, and then I'll come back with my final thoughts, opinions, and commentary on the matter. But I just was like, wow, the irony of that. This guy, he and Kim Foxx, and for you all who do not know, Kim Foxx is Cook County State's attorney. I think, don't quote me on this, I think this is her last year hired. I think she was going through, well, it was reported in the news too really quickly, over the past year, that she went through some type of domestic situation at her home with her husband, and to my understanding, she was the aggressor, allegedly. So it seems like she's doing away with her career and retiring. She caused, opinion, unethical prosecution towards Mr. Robert Kelly, and then after the continuously catch and release in Chicago, Illinois. Yeah. So she wasn't tough on crime, as a lot of citizens expected her to be, and Chicago is just a shit show when it comes to criminals just pretty much getting away with things. So let me head on over to this article and share some excerpts of it with you guys regarding Michael Avenatti, former disgraced attorney who, in my opinion, was responsible for jump-starting the R. Kelly investigations. Okay, everyone. According to news.com, Bloomberg Law.com, Michael Avenatti to get new sentence in LA client fraud case. That's what this is about. Client fraud case. He has, and this is the mix interjecting, it was a case in, I think it was 3 cases. I call it bi-coastal because it was on the West Coast and the East Coast of New York, and then also to the California. So let me jump into this article. The author of this article, legal reporter Isaiah Poritz, and this was posted on October 23rd, 2024. So let me jump into some excerpt. Celebrity attorney was sentenced to 14 years in 2022. Trial court made a number of legal errors in calculations. Okay, so disgraced celebrity attorney Michael Avenatti's 14-year criminal sentence for embezzling settlements funds from his clients must be recalculated, a federal appeals court said on Wednesday. So the Los Angeles trial court that handed down the sentence in 2022 made a number of legal errors in reaching that conclusion, including applying an unwarranted obstruction of justice enhancements, a three-judge panel for the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit said. The lower court also failed to account for the value of the legal services and money he did pay his clients when calculating the amount the victims lost, the opinion said. Avenatti, who rose to fame with his clashes with former President Donald Trump and representation of adult film star Stormy Daniels, pleaded guilty to wire fraud and embezzling settlement funds for 4 of his clients. So basically, you guys, and I'm interjecting, he committed alleged fraud against his clients and etc., etc. So that's what it is. He's just being unethical as an attorney, according to the this article, this write-up, and the charges, and hence the conviction. Okay, Avenatti's attorney, Margaret Ferret of the Federal Public Defender's Office, said in a statement, "I'm glad that the Ninth Circuit recognized the errors that wrongly increased Mr. Avenatti's sentence." The United States Attorney's Office in Los Angeles declined to comment. The article further cites he'd already been found guilty, you guys, listen to the up to this, in 2 New York federal criminal trials for stealing advance payments for Daniels' memoir and attempting to extort $25 million from Nike Inc. during settlement talks on behalf of another client. He was sentenced there to consecutive 24-month terms. So he was sentenced in New York, and then he got sentenced in California for that West Coast charges and convictions. Okay, the article further cites the Ninth Circuit opinion said the Los Angeles trial court should have recognized that Avenatti's convictions for embezzling Daniels' advance was similar enough to the other embezzlement cases in determining whether the sentences should run concurrently. The lower court had rejected Avenatti's arguments that the sentences should run concurrently. So concurrently means at the same time. So to my understanding, you guys, and you can fact check this and Google it yourself, always do that here on The Mix. I encourage you guys to read for yourselves. Always don't let other people regurgitate things for you. It's okay to listen to things, but go ahead and do your own double check when time permits for you. And concurrently means to run at the same time. And consecutive means to, like, for instance, someone, we're going to say Bob, sentenced to 10 years in prison in Florida for embezzlement, similar situation. Then he's sentenced to 15 years in prison in California for similar charges. So basically, the 10 years in Florida he must do, and then a whole new sentence will start in California, 15 years for the other convictions. So in this instance, Michael Avenatti, the sentences was deemed to run consecutively, not concurrently. And to my understanding, that is a violation of the sentencing rules and all of that, etc., etc. So let me continue. The United States Supreme Court last week declined to take his challenge to his conviction for the Daniels case. And what that means is that he pushed this up to the United States Supreme Court, and they declined to hear it, just like they declined to hear R. Kelly's Chicago federal case that he was convicted of, which I will drop the link in the description section of this post. I did a video on that, and that was unfortunate. So hopefully Trump could come through for R. Kelly, y'all. Okay. The article further cites the panel consisted of circuit judges Michelle T. Friedland, and they're going over the judges. Avenatti is represented by the Public Defender's Office. So basically, the panel of judges who reviewed the California convictions, is basically saying that lower courts got it wrong, and for them to look at it again. So, okay, everyone. So what are your thoughts? Drop some comments in the chat. Yes, former disgraced attorney Michael Avenatti looks like he will get resentenced. Looks like he's appealing his convictions from New York to California. Looks like he has a win in California thus far, because the California Supreme Court kicked it back down to the lower courts, according to that article, for re-review. So that's a win for him. Wonder, will he prevail in court before Mr. Robert Kelly? That's the question. Do you all think so? If so, that's a bunch of BS if it happens. So you guys know how I feel about Mr. Robert Kelly. For those who are avid listeners and watchers of The Mix, I have a whole playlist dedicated to Robert Kelly's appeals and all of that. So I'll drop that link in the description section of this post. But I always thought that Michael Avenatti and Kim Fox were the ones, in my opinion, again, responsible for jump-starting all of this, along with a couple other things. A documentary, which I never watched. I had no interest in watching the Surviving R. Kelly. To me, it seemed a bit low budgetish when I saw clips. It's just that alone, you know, one of the reasons why. And I just thought it was a bunch of BS, especially when I was reading some of articles involving his case, and it seems like to me it's double jeopardy. And this is just my opinion, you guys, how they went back to, I think, over 20 years ago, which, if you all do not know, he was found not guilty. He was acquitted in Chicago so many moons ago, and then for them to come back however many years later, it seems like to me that's double jeopardy. They like retrying him. So I wasn't rocking with that. And if someone is guilty or guilty as day or innocent, I just think everyone deserves, I'm not going to say I think, that's part of the Constitution. Everyone deserves a fair trial. Everyone deserves a fair shot when it comes to the criminal justice system and also to the civil justice system. So we all have rights. So whether you right, wrong, or indifferent, whether you're guilty as day, get your hand caught in a cookie jar, you still have constitutional rights. And when it comes to prosecutors, state's attorneys, and from state level, federal level, there's a word called ethics. They have a duty to ethics. Know your thoughts, you guys, down in the chat. I just wanted to update you guys on this. I just found this to be interesting. Seems like he has a win, although, like I said before, Kim Foxx and Avenatti is responsible, in my opinion, for jump starting the cases against Mr. Robert Kelly. So let me know your thoughts down in the chat. Like this video, share this video, help push a girl through the algorithm. Do you all think that Michael Avenatti will probably be released from prison before R. Kelly? Let's get the discussion going down in the chat. I'll run some polls in the community section, so stay tuned, stay connected. Shout out to the winner of the call-in show from the other day. Continue to remain connected, you guys, to the mix. Thank you all for your continued support. Thank you for the 3K plus subs. I appreciate you guys. Can't do it without you. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.